My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Abandon Run? I was playing a run? Huh, Ironclad time. I do play this in my own time, in my own off-camera hours, because it's just a really damn good game. And also it helps me get better at faster than the rate of the episodes that you see. If I didn't play it on my own time at any point, I would probably still be making some rookie mistakes that I'd rather be avoiding at this point in the series. Another try. Again, we're going to go with the random boss relic, despite the fact that I don't really want it. Max HP has been lowered by 20% whenever you lose HP, draw one card. So we can now do a HP loss build. Bunch of cards that I want to put in that. Combust, Hemotemesis, Hemokinesis. It's the blood movement, Hemokinesis. Then, on top of that, Offering. Now, this is actually something recent. Offering has been changed. I'm not going to say buffed or nerfed, but it's been changed as of the last beta patch that I've installed. And the change has been that instead of taking away 5 HP, drawing 3 cards, and giving you 2 energy exhaust, and then the upgrade being 3 HP, 3 cards, 2 energy, the upgrade is now more cards. So it's 4 HP, 3 cards, 2 energy, and then the upgrade is 4 HP, 5 cards, 2 energy. So I'm not certain if I'm actually super keen on the fact that you get more cards rather than losing less HP. And the primary reason for that is you only get 2 energy. So unless you have a bunch of other mana manipulation in your deck, energy manipulation, God, I'm just going to use them interchangeably. Please let me. If you don't have a large amount of other energy manipulation in your deck, you might just not be able to play all of those 5 cards. In fact, you're almost certainly not going to be. So, hard cut. Ooh, that's a rest 3 and a boss. And then I get to choose between the better parts. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Alright. 2 louses. Easy. 2 lice, rather. You've got 17 HP and you only do 5 damage. I just forgot. I can't believe I forgot. I am so used to having 4 energy to start with now as a result of taking a random boss relic and the random boss relic giving me extra energy that I thought I was going to block and then bash strike the louse in the back line. That was definitely incorrect. If I'd done Bash Strike on the louse in the backline, I actually would have been able to kill it. I would have only taken 5 damage, whereas here I'm going to take 7. And I still leave 2 lice up that I need to deal with next turn. Thankfully, I do have 2 strikes and I will be able to do it. But losing 7 HP where I don't need to lose 7 HP is 7 HP lost where it didn't need to be lost. Truism. Alright, let's go. I don't really want Infernal Blade. I'm not going to want to clog up my deck with cards that I'm not using for the draw, strength gain, etc. engine. Another thing that I really want to pick up with Runic Cube, I mentioned Combust, which is a power that you play. You deal 1 HP worth of damage to yourself at the end of your turn and deal 4 HP worth of damage to all of your enemies, or 4 damage to all of your enemies. It's HP direct to you. You can't block it. It's damage to your enemies. Block will prevent it. But if you also get Rupture, anytime you lose strength, anytime you lose HP, gain 1 strength, then we can kind of get some degeneracy going on. Not degeneracy, not really. It's the draw and the mana manipulation that gives you degeneracy. We can get some inevitability, I think is the term that I want to coin for this. Something that will make it so that you will win as long as the fight goes long enough. I'm going to take Cleave because I often regret not having AoE in the early game. Unfortunately, it's bash block, and there's not really that much else I can do there. Ugh. Coming up on a lot of turns where I don't really have that much option to prevent damage. It's probably defend, cleave. Cleave dealing 1 more damage than a strike. Unupgraded. Yikes. Okay, there's the 7. Defend, cleave, strike. See, this is one of the big reasons that I don't really like trading out Burning Blood, because our HP is looking a little worse for wear. 3 strikes won't even do this. Bash Strike won't either. Bash Strike is 6/6, it's 12. So is 3 strikes, actually. And it just so happens the cards I don't draw are my defenses there. I may have actually just double defended that turn. Ah, well. 20 HP down and I'm only 2 fights in. This does not bode well. I don't really want another cleave. Burning Pact is pretty good for card draw. But do I really need card draw? Runic Cube is probably going to deal with most of my card draw. Think about getting cards like Offering, obviously. Hemokinesis, as I mentioned earlier. All of these are just going to be drawing me cards. That said, on top of that, I'm going to need to find a way to get myself HP. So, what are the most reliable ways to, in a fight, gain HP? There's having Magic Flower and Burning Blood and Blood Vial and all of these relics that will give you HP. Bird of Power. Look, you can list them. I'll just stick with those. In fact, I think that may be it. But, there's all of those as options. Then there's Bites. Bites come from an event later on, so you're not super likely to get them. But even then, I'll be lowering my max HP more. The other option is get Reaper. And if you get Reaper, the only way to make Reaper actually take a really significant amount of strength for you, rather a significant amount of HP for you, is to build a strength build. I'm trying to justify taking Inflame here. I don't think I can. As much as I want to justify taking it, I don't think this is how I put strength in my build. Because the turn it takes me to put an Inflame down, I'm less protected or I'm less offensive. How long is a fight going to have to go for Inflame to be worth its value? Not that long. It needs to go about 3 rounds. Alright. I'll take it, but I'm going to keep an eye on how useful that is. Try and figure out whether my reasoning on that was good or bad. Always going to go with the money. Always going to go with the relic there. Going to have a bunch of curses in my opening hands here. Just going to triple defend here. Just realized at the very nick of time that it was going to actually allow me to deal some more damage. Inflame Cleave Strike. Not a kill. Bash Cleave. So let's think about it. Inflame Cleave Strike allows me to deal 9 and then 8. So I'm dealing 17 damage to the backline. Bash Cleave allows me to deal 18. And it gives vulnerability for the next turn. Which is going to really help offset the damage down I'm going to have as a result of doubt. We need to visit a shop pretty soon, because obviously we have to remove a lot of these curses I've just picked up. But furthermore, I want the choice of cards. I don't even really care about the relics offered in that shop. I need to see the cards. None of that really works with my build right now. I mean, I guess I'm going to be drawing through my deck a lot, so I'm actually just going to take Rampage as a value pick rather than as an actual ongoing power pick. Do I even go for a boss right now? I could just get stomped into the ground. If I steer clear of a boss, I can... Nope. Nope. I think I have to go for a boss and just accept failure if I fail. I'm going to upgrade Rampage because it's going to be really important to game. Boss, this an arrest or... I might need to rest after the boss, but if I need to rest after the boss, I've got to rest afterwards anyway. Okay, never mind. Transformer card is pretty good. Which of these do I really want to transform, though? Probably a strike more than anything else here. Or doubt. I mean, I'm planning on removing it as soon as possible anyway, but it's going to make my boss fight so much worse. Yeah, I'm going to remove doubt. Decay is still pretty rough. Okay. So my goal here is to not have regret draw me Rampage. Good. In fact, it drew my other... my other curse. So I want to use Rampage while the Lagavulin is still sleeping. Then I'm going to Inflame. I'm trying not to wake up the Lagavulin this turn. I want to get closer to my second Enrage. My second... Sorry. Rampage. And now I have to wake you up. Because if I don't wake it up this turn, it wakes up itself next turn, and it's not stunned. Okay. Pretty reasonable damage output there. Unfortunately, Bash is not going to be active. That's the vulnerability is not going to be active while I drop this Rampage on the opponent. It's kind of terrifying. A single defense strike? I think the only way I end up living here is if I single defense strike. So I've got 2 turns to kill my opponent right now. Starts with Bash Cleave. That's a really, really good start. Am I going to get Rampage? We're living really close to the end trying to build this runic cube without any actual help. Alright, I didn't get Rampage, but I still got lethal. Art of War is not what I wanted to see there. I think I'm actually going to take Immolate to try and prevent Regret and Decay from killing me. As much as I want to take Headbutt and try and use Headbutt to shuffle Rampage back to the top of my deck, it's a nice play. It's always a fun play. I like going with it, but I do need Immolate right now. I'm going to regret it if I don't take it. Old coin's amazing. We've got a lot of money. You know what? Rest. Just keep myself alive. I'm actually going to go to both of these shops here. If the first one doesn't have anything that blows me away, I'm just going to leave. Blood for Blood is super cheap. And works with my combo. Works with my build, rather. Master of Strategy is also a really good card, but I don't know if I want it enough to take it. I think I remove a card and leave. I mean, I'm always removing a card. Do that one because it's less preventable. I can also take Sentinel and start burning it away from my own deck with the Immolate, but I don't know about that. Gremlin Horn is always quite nice. I actually really, really like Gremlin Horn. I have the ability to sustain Gremlin Horn. You know what? Gremlin Horn isn't good enough to justify stopping myself from being able to get possibly something better in the next shop. The only thing that I'm really, really concerned about here is that I'm passing up Master of Strategy, which is just a stupid thing to ever do. Master of Strategy is an amazing card. I'm hoping that I'll just have enough draw to really kind of ignore it. If this next shop doesn't pay off in a major way, I'm going to be the world's saddest dude. Crumbs. Inflame Double Strike will actually kill one of them. Then I'll take 9 damage total. If I defend, I actually take 9 damage as well. And one of them lives, so... See here, I'm going to take the decay damage, and then I'm going to get hit by the louse. But any other combination would have also had me taking this same amount of damage here. Alright. Rampage to kill you, and then I can actually just double defend. Beautiful. Might just draw my Rampage here. Enemy has 21 HP, so... Oh, no. If I can do it in single strike, I'm fine. Nope. Can't take another cleave. Can't really take any of those. This was bad. Yeah, this was bad. Sadistic nature, I don't really debuff any of my opponents, do I? Yeah, safe vulnerability, I really don't. So it's not sadistic nature. Mercury Hourglass is good. I mean, it's fine. It's quite nice. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. I think it might actually be Omamori Mercury Hourglass, which is 406, and then a card removal. Get that decay out of my deck. Well, now my Immolate is kind of lame as hell, because Omamori is going to prevent me from picking up the next two curses. Hey! Defend, defend, defend. Blow him up. I love it. Juicy, dude. I love it. Okay. And then... easiest kill of my life. Can't really afford to take another rampage here. This deck is so aimless. I guess at this point, the idea of this deck is use Immolate to lower the amount of cards in my deck, probably by burning out most of the strikes, if at all possible. And then use HP loss cards that I don't have to rebuff my strength using powers that I don't have, and hard draw to rampage. Oh, this is a bad build. Oh, mama. I am gonna need to smith here. Primarily for blood to blood upgrade. Really? I could inflame upgrade. Yeah. Inflame upgrade, then blood to blood. Then I'm just gonna have to drink the regen potion for this fight. Bash Rampage is a great opener here. And I don't actually want to immolate my defense. I want to keep those. I want to immolate everything else. Okay. How can I get you closest to taking 12 damage? 9, 10, no. Okay, so it's just... it actually doesn't matter the ordering here. I'm never going to be able to deal more damage than I dealt there. As soon as you break all of the armor... well, not the block, but the debuff under it, then your opponent transforms. So you want to use your biggest hit to break that. Or rather, you want to get really, really close up to it and then use your biggest hit. But there, it really didn't matter. The break point wasn't different. Okay, it's defend in flame, and it's not strike. I'm going to have an extra energy next turn to play with, as well as an extra card, thanks to Art of War. So it's not so bad that I didn't do anything there. I might bash here just for the setup. As much as I hate to. Oh, fuck off. That had to happen, though. That's the shittiest thing. I had to use that one. Did I just kill myself? I think I just killed my... no, I didn't. I'm gonna get the regen. The whole point of the deck is the rampage, so I was thinking that had to happen. Almost certainly didn't. That was dumb. Draw my rampage. Nope. Draw my rampage. There we go. Dash. Rampage. Get you back down. Thankfully, most of the rest of my deck is defense. No, it's not. What? Where'd all my defense go? I keep thinking that I have 5 defenses this character, but you have 4. Defend. As much as I would love to blood for blood you right now for 28 damage, that'll result in me taking 2 damage this turn. What are my chances of actually being able to block after that? Not that great. That said, think about next turn. in a vacuum, right? If next turn I don't kill using Rampage against the weakened target, I'm dead. Because I can only draw at maximum 2 more defends. And if I draw those 2 defends, I'm still undefended against 6 damage. So I die if I don't do this. Okay, I discard this hand. No, do I need to get closer? I could get closer. This will take me down to 4 defense. I'm literally going to have 1 HP. But then, with 1 HP, I need to draw Defend Rampage. However, if I don't attack right now, I will have 4 HP at the end of this turn, as well as an extra card. And then all I need is Rampage. All I need is Rampage. Let's go. Alright. Give me Rampage. Hell yeah. That shouldn't have worked. Give me no offering. Feed is obviously the correct card here. It's gonna help me keep myself a little bit healthy. Double tap is amazing in Rampage decks, but I think I need to start increasing my max HP again. Oh, I can't. I literally can't. It has to be double tap. The amount of offensive potential that brings to my deck is ridiculous. Feed gives me, like, ongoing, but I think I have to worry about ongoing in its own time. I think I have to worry about offensive potential right now. Alright, Calling Bell is possibly the pickup. There's 2 different pickups I could go for here. Neither of them are the Philosopher's Stone, because I do not have enough defense to use that. There's Calling Bell. Negate 2 of the curses. 1 curse goes into my deck, but I do have an Immolate in there. And I get 3 relics. Those 3 relics could be amazing. They could be piss poor. They could be amazing. Or I go for the Astrolabe, and I remove 3 strikes from my deck. Looking for HP, strength, mana manipulation cards. I don't think it's likely enough that I get cards from the right build, and I think it's too likely that I have to start removing cards that aren't from my build if I use Astrolabe. And Calling Bell. I get Injury, that's not that bad. Red Skull, really, 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 really good. HP and Strength Manipulation, perfect. Runic Dodecahedron, if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of every turn. So I'm going to get that once at the start of every floor and never again. Ornamental Fan, if you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Seems kind of likely. Especially considering a lot of the time my Blood for Blood is going to cost me 0. Okay. I think I just inflamed, double tap the Immolate to burn everything else out of my hand. Boom. There's my debuff. Vulnerability? Nope. I'm hexed. This is going to be vulnerability. Alright. It's got to be Bash, Rampage, Cleave. Thankfully, none of that is going to trigger the Hex. Okay, Blood for Blood is actually castable this turn. It's a miracle, but it is. Thanks to the Runic Dodecahedron. 21 damage I could do. I don't want to put 2 more Dazed back into my deck by going Strike, Strike, Defend, Defend. But it's definitely correct. Not a huge fan of having to have done that, but what's done is done. Now I'm pretty desperate to have one of the 2 free-form draws that I get be offensive. Beautiful. Really pulled me out of the fire there, bud. I really can't afford to clog my deck up with any of those. Sorry. Not really part of this build. Lose max HP, lose 20 HP, gain 5 max HP, or get a curse. God, if I had the Golden Idol, I would be so happy right now. The golden idol gives you the bloody idol instead, and then anytime you gain gold, you get 5 HP. It's so good. I'm going to sacrifice purely for the reason of bringing myself closer to using Red Skull effectively. Relic. Alright, now I don't really want to go to the shop. So I can cut in. I could go rest boss rest. And then I can choose to go blank boss. A bunch of rests on this side if I want them. I think I actually go for that. I only have one elite that I actually tackle on this path, but I get a ridiculous amount of rests. Okay. I can only drop one of them to the ground. I'm going to overdraw ridiculously right now. That said, I'm going to protect myself against almost all damage. So I won't overdraw ridiculously. I thought I was going to get hit with the 5 individual hits, and that would have just been draw 5 cards, thanks to the runic cube. I've got to remember I do have letter opener, so if I get 3 blocks, that's a good idea. I got 3 blocks. Oh, but that's our double tap defense. Sorry, double tap rampage. Double tap rampage and strike will put another one of them on the ground, but it'll also hit me up with a ornamental fan trigger. You go to the ground. I get some defensiveness. Actually get to defend myself against the majority of this, although I'm going to draw a hell of a lot of cards. And now, give me my curse. Do I? What? Aww, injury's so far away. Hey, I got injury nonetheless. Immolate that out. Double tap my blood for blood. Don't mind if I do. Really gonna need a Reaper sooner or later here. At the end of your turn, for each attack blade this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I think I actually just have to do more and more and more attacking and use things like Pen Nib to enable me to do all of my damage really, really quickly, and Ornamental Fan to protect myself. So I'm actually gonna take the fire breathing there. I don't like that, but I think I'm going to have to go a more aggressive build, because my defensive options just don't exist. Not really. I want to use Immolate first. Usually you would use Bash to make one of them vulnerable, but Bash is only single target for 16 damage, and then Immolate will deal 15 damage to the target that is vulnerable, versus double damage Immolate dealing 20 damage to everyone. Okay, now I have the option to cleave. Well, single target. No, I need to go for many right now. I'm not unlikely to drop the explosive potion in this fight. Okay, here's going to be the first taste of horror. Can protect myself against most of this. A lot of the reason I didn't use a strike there is because a single strike versus just saving the energy for the next turn, where I'm going to have more cards, probably wouldn't have been worth it. I don't have another AoE card in the rest of that deck, so... like, I can blood for blood to kill someone, then I can double tap a strike to kill another. I'm still going to take a fair amount of damage. What if I strike... No, it's strike the cultist in front, strike the cultist in back. You're left with 5 HP. Then strike this cultist twice. The AoE isn't going to be enough to kill this cultist in the back, damn. Just short. I'm talking about fire breathing, obviously, doing the extra damage. Let's think about it. The double tap strike always goes on the biggest target. And there's an individual strike there, an individual strike there. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 HP will be left on this cultist in the back line. I'll take 5 damage, or do I want to use an explosive potion? I think I take 5 damage. Because the explosive potion is also really, really, really useful against a lot of bosses in this area. So I'm actually going to pick up another one. The only thing that I would do with a dual wield right now is clog my deck up with a bunch of Blood for Bloods. 0 mana deals 16 damage, but the thing is I don't actually have a draw engine right now, so I would just have more Blood for Bloods than I want rampages, or blocks, or other AoE, or... Having like half of this deck correctly built and the other half just completely shoddily horrible is real rough. I'm gonna need the extra damage in the next fight. Depends on the boss, obviously, but a lot of these bosses I'm just gonna need it. I would love to go for the question then the boss, but I think I have to go for the boss and then rest afterwards. Okay. Didn't get the right draw. It's unfortunate. I can leave the Gremlin Wizard around for 1 turn because it's not going to get defended. Is it going to get defended? No, it gets defended this turn. But it's stalling next turn. That turn is the Gremlin Leader's 2nd summon. And then I have to worry about the Gremlin Wizard. So then I can use my AoE. Okay. So that means that this turn I can... Rampage, drop 1 explosive, and then double up on the Gremlin Leader. Very much hoping that the fight doesn't go long enough for me. Hang on. I screwed that up, didn't I? One of those strikes should have gone against the Mad Gremlin. He would have died to the AoE. No, he wouldn't have died to the AoE because of the block. God damn it, Ryan. Alright. I definitely need to double defend here. Ouch. This is some damage. Here it comes. Can you feel it burn? Alright. Fire breathing, double tap, both a Blood for Blood and a strike. They'll deal 4 damage. Alright, that Gremlin Leader is going to have to be taken down as a result of a strike potion or something. I mean, I'm going to have to strike it, is what I'm saying, I guess. So, I strike it, and then I can double tap the bash on the Gremlin Leader. Get that weakness going on. I think I have to. Oh. But it's 44 and then 22 damage. 66 total. It's almost... In fact, it's more than half of your HP right now. And I didn't play Rampage last time, did it? No, I did play Rampage. Okay, so vulnerability is actually important. The vulnerability is going to be important. That was 49 versus 66, so it's still quite good. I can't get weakened. If I get weakened, I'll lose this. I mean, I can just cleave. I can stall for a turn by cleave striking. I can actually leave the Mad Gremlin up for another turn. Got more AoE in my deck. Especially considering the fire breathing does it. So I take no damage this turn, so there's no reason for me to have removed it. The other one needed to be removed because it would have weakened me. 29, and yeah, we've got lethal. Ugh. I don't like that I'm winning all of these by the skin of my teeth, because this does not bode well for later. Lantern's good, I guess. All of that's bad. God damn it. Ugh. I'm gonna need to rest. I've got a bunch of campfires coming up. Pantograph is really good. Thankfully, the Book of Stabbing has recently been nerfed. I think Immolate is going to be fine here, right? It's not going to trigger your... No, it does. Never mind, I'm wrong. Damn it. The Book of Stabbing, which we haven't encountered yet here, but does exist in this area, thankfully, is a little less powerful now. I mean, I have to triple attack, otherwise I won't get any block this turn. Yikes! Time for the damage! There's my rampage. Ooh, double tap that rampage, though. Inflame double tap that rampage? Hang on, how much damage is that going to be? 16 total right now, and that's 16 with the doubling, though, so that's actually 20 that'll be dealing when I've inflamed. No, it's not. It's 22, because inflame is upgraded, so 22, and then it gives it 3 armor, and then it upgrades from 8 to 16, but that's 19. So it's 22 and 19, so 41 versus 38 and 3 armor. So this should be literally exact lethal. Or I'm wrong. That too. The fuck went wrong? Oh, because I already had strength that was being doubled. Oh. I tried. Thankfully, I had to save. Hemikinesis. Thank you. Still don't have a way to get my HP back, but an upgraded Hemikinesis is a happy Hemikinesis. Do I go for extra rest, or do I go for 2 question marks? I think I have to go for the 2 question marks, and I think I have to hope that one of them is the bite space. I think that might actually be the only thing at this point that has the possibility of saving me. And I will rest. Alright. That's not bite. Might actually need a regen potion here. Yeah. I get 4 block if I play 3 attacks. So I can actually get up to 9 block this turn, right? Just play the Immolate for nothing. Nice, nice. As my Immolate target, 1 card lower. Blood tap Hemikinesis to draw 2 cards. It's not that bad, because it'll also lower the cost of blood for blood. Oh shit, hang on. Blood tap Hemikinesis will lower the cost of blood for blood to 1. I'll be able to cast it. I will actually just be able to take out the Centurion. That's the only way I prevent that 14 incoming damage this turn anyway, so... I could use blood for blood, but now I can actually just use Rampage. And it's important to do that because that will upgrade Rampage for later, whereas blood for blood is as upgraded as it's going to be until I take more damage. Okay, thank you for doing another buff. I really need a Reaper in this deck. I'm doing a lot of resting, and that is not the way to go. Yeah, there we go. Berserk, if your HP is lower than 50%, gain energy at the start of every turn. Sure. That sounds useful for me. In a way that I'm not pleased about. Pretty much just have to play all of these cards, but I may as well draw a card first. I'm explicitly not taking down the bird yet, because the one in the back is going to be the one that's going to be applying debuffs to me, like vulnerability and stuff. Yikes. Okay, I can immolate injury out of my hand. If I double tap cleave... Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's double tap cleave and then double tap injury to remove More stuff from my deck as well. Right? Yes. And I think it's Bash. Frontline's dead, backline's not yet. But I don't want Bash because it's going to be too expensive to play ongoingly. And I'm actually going to want defensive cards from time to time here. Nope, I'm fine. Alright, that fight went how I want fights to go. Nope. Can't take any of those right now. Bite. No. Okay, Paper Frog. Enemies with vulnerability now take 75% more damage rather than 50%. That's okay. I'm going to get the Pantograph trigger as I go into the boss fight, so I should upgrade here. And seeing as energy is a problem of ours, we'll upgrade Berserk to cost 0. This boss is going to be a proving ground for me. This could be where I lose. As much as I want to use Hemokinesis first, so that I draw my card as soon as I can, I also realize that Hemokinesis is going to double its damage on my next hit, thanks to the Pen Nib, so I'm going to cleave Hemokinesis. That's 42. That's a lot of extra damage I got to get in there. If I defend against this boss, I've lost. Is that true? Yes. So I'll immolate there rather than use an extra strike. I need to keep this boss on the back foot the entire time. Double tap bash is the only option I really have here. Thankfully, that vulnerability is going to be sticking around for a while, and that is 75% rather than 50%. That is super effective. We'll see it going on. Alright. This much is just too clear. Like, I have to put down Rampage, and I have to put down Inflame because this fight is long, which means I'm not playing Blood for Blood. Alright. Kind of keen to see this extra energy every single turn. Coming in clutch. It's my fire breathing. Ooh, this is not a good hand. Doesn't matter if I play the defend there or not. Call that a weapon. Kind of did before you said that. Alright, we've got our bloodbending. Do some of that. Hit him with the highest damage nuke we have in our hand. We did need to bloodbend before using... bloodbend. Hemokinesis. Before using Blood for Blood, just so that we could lower the cost of Blood for Blood ongoing. I mean, it was going to be lowered ongoing anyway, but we didn't need to lower it then. So next turn, since my opponent's below 200 HP, they are almost certainly just going to rebuff themselves. So I need to get more damage in rather than immolate. My priorities changed. Yeah, there's your Metallicize, and here's the buff coming in. Oh, thank fuck. Yes, double Rampage is huge right now. What's our Rampage worth right now? 32. Yeah. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bash before those, but 1 energy off, I guess. 16? Not so bad. Not so good, but not so bad. I'm set up for a pretty big hit next turn. And now I've got my Red Skull active, I believe. This Hemokinesis... No, hang on. I was about to say this Rampage will kill by itself, but it's not going to. Courtesy of not being first. There's definitely a correct order of things to play here, but I think it doesn't matter, right? See, this is doubled, but it's actually only slightly less than doubled if I do Bash first. And Bashing first will give me the ability to Hemokinesis for a similar amount of damage. So, what? It would be 87.5, right, % of the Hemokinesis damage connects. 87.5% of those... Yeah, no, we've got lethal. There we go. Yikes. Another double tap? Might actually be. I mean, I could also take Limit Break, have it double my strength at some point in a fight. Obviously, after my strength triggers are active. No, I'm taking the second double tap. I'm going to always have a double tap for that Rampage. Never see enemies intense is bad. No more than 6 cards a turn is bad. For me right now, at the very least. And Orrery is also pretty bad. You know what? I can't see my enemies intense. This is going to make it real difficult for me. But I think the other ones either had no benefit or were also going to make it quite difficult on me. I really want to guarantee this shop. Or I could just go to this one. But then I miss an early boss, unless I go to this one. Alright. Fine. You do actually want early shops here, because a lot of the options you... 10 damage with a possible debuff to add a burn into my deck, or 15 damage. I mean, that's a pretty good opening turn right there. Yeah, there's those burns. I mean, I don't want to use Hemokinesis. I mean, I do want to use Hemokinesis, but I shouldn't. Nope. Pretty much the only card at the moment that I can really accept is Reaper. But you do want your shops early because there's a lot of quests, or rather events here that will just take things away from you. Take all of your money and then give you something, rather. I think I take the Centennial Puzzle. It's anytime, or rather, the first time in HP, first time in combat that I lose HP, draw 3 cards. There we go. Finally actually managed to stay there. And I'm going to take 2 potions. So I don't expect to spend any more money except for on the events that say, give me all of your money and I'll give you a bonus. Your question marks for summon, you're usually between 8 and 12 damage. I don't want to use my double tap on you. I'm mad about that. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to defend here. Not through the course of this fight. Double tap a strike on the back line. And then strike the front line as well. Thank you, fire breathing. You could easily do 22 damage this turn. Yeah, I had no say in that. Was really just hoping he was summoning that turn. Alright. Berserk has to go down. Double tap Rampage has to happen. I probably double tap the Hemokinesis as well. Mm-hmm. 11. Hang on. I gotta think about this for a second. 11-18. This is just 19-19. Yeah. 19-19, obviously. Then kill. That shouldn't have even gotten that close. Alright, burn the elixir. None of those fit. I'm amazed we've gotten this far, to be entirely honest with you. I think I want another Berserk in my deck. Yep. Maybe that's actually what pulls us out. Our first turn, we just set up all of our Berserks, and then from then on, we go Berserk. Draw me a card. Or a couple. Alright, let's get our Bashes active. That's pretty good. Usually it's a defensive... No, not defensive. It's offensive. It's a debuff still. Rampage, double strike, immolate that, defend. Alright, 2 strikes from now, I've got my big hit. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. Well, unfortunately for me, my big hit's still gonna be pretty tame. Thanks to that weaken. Okay, I'm not dead yet. I'm almost certainly dead soon, but not yet. Berserk before I double tap Hemikinesis. With almost enough damage by itself. But that's not gonna polish you off, is it? Double tap Hemikinesis. Double tap. No, I have to use an ability. Unfortunately, I can't see if my opponent's doing something defensive, offensive, anything like that right now. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to throw that potion for the kill. Damn. You can see why it's so desperate of a case that I can't go to the boss. We need a Reaper so that I can live while I do this, because I have no HP gain in my deck at all. Really. I love Flash of Steel, but I can't take it right now. Bloodletting! Ah! Gain an energy, lose 3 HP. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, bud. Even better than that, that basically says gain an energy, lose 3 HP, draw a card. If this is the first time you've lost HP in this combat, draw 4 cards instead. Combust. This would totally go in my deck, right? Lose an HP, but I can't take any of them. Because I'll die. I have to rest again. I desperately want to buff my other... Yeah, it's the same either way. This just gives me more options. I definitely want to buff my other... Double Dagger? Can't remember its name for the life of me. I'm actually going to go for this, hopefully. I'm not going to tell you what I was about to say it hopefully wasn't going to be. Because, I'll be mad about it. You do an attack the first turn, and then you're self-buff, don't you? No, you self-buff on the first turn. So, put these defense out of my deck. Mm-hmm. So now you're intangible. Come on, make it all manageable. I mean, I just play all of these cards, but I'm probably going to have to use a defense potion on top as well. So you can only take 1 damage a turn, per hit. Ouch. For the next couple rounds, unfortunately. Thankfully, Fire Breathing is going to be doing a single damage every single attack that I've done that turn, so I'm still dealing a little bit right now. And I think you attack again, right? Let's check. Yeah, and that's a big attack as well. Good thing I put some block in. Now you're no longer intangible. I pretty much have no choice except Inflame, double tap the Hemikinesis. Try and deal as much damage right now as I possibly can. Okay. Ornamental Fan. Okay, so I'm not actually going to be getting anything. But you're going to be blocking this turn, right? You're going to be using your ability. Trying to become intangible again. Yeah. 2 turns of intangibility. I don't actually have the block to hold you off this turn, do I? I can't even hold off that goddamn burn. It really doesn't matter how much damage I do, so I'm gonna go for the better effect to be double tapped there. Alright, don't deal 20 damage in this single hit. That's not 20 damage, but I got a lot of burns in my deck, and this is going to be a big hit. Thankfully, I've got Immolate. Let's double tap that Immolate. I'm dead this turn anyway, by the way. Just so you know. Throw that fire potion as well. Hell yeah. And gigantic swing. Oh, 4 right over the hills. We are gone. All we needed was HP gain. And the game was like, how about you did? No, never. No Reaper. No bites. I didn't even get a goddamn bandage. Is there any other option that I really had? I mean, obviously Blood Vial would have been amazing. Obviously Burning Blood would have been amazing. Surprise, surprise, we didn't end up with that one. The Immolate turned out to be really important, despite the fact that Feed also would have been really, really, really handy. In terms of giving us some HP over time. Meat on the Bone, right, I did forget about Meat on the Bone as a healing item. We did have Pantograph, so can't get too grum about that. And then we have even more situational ones like Magic Flower for any of the other ones that I have active. Mango, it's just nice to pick up for the max HP. Replaces Burning Blood. I wonder if you can pick up Black Blood if you lost Burning Blood already with your opening gambit with Nya. Obviously, at any point, finding Lee's Waffle would have been amazing. Medical Kit would have been pretty good as well. We did see Toy Ornithopter, but I don't think it would have had enough of an effect to really pay for itself. I have an unknown event relic? It looks exactly like Astrolabe? It's probably in beta then. Well, well, well. Can't wait to see that. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time as we go back to the silent